Hi everyone, this is Amanda and today I'm going to be teaching how to make this dressing bag. Don't forget to like, comment and share my videos. Without wasting much time, let's get started. So the size of this fabric is 16 inches by 20 inches. So we are cutting for the lining and then violin as well. So I'm folding it into two to let you know this part is the 20 inches folded into two, and then the other part is the 16 inches. So at this point I'm going to be marking 3 inches in from that side, as you can see, and I'll be repeating the same steps on the other side as well. So after that I'll just connect with my ruler into a straight line, as you can see me doing. So after that I'm going to be going up by 2.5 inches from the lower part of the folded fabric, as you can see, and then connect those sides as well with a ruler. So after that I'm just going to cut the upper part off, as you can see, and I'm doing that on both sides. So this is what we have at this point. So I'm going to be folding that part in, as you can see, on top of it, and then make a mark. I'm going to be doing the same to the other part as well. So you make sure it's at the end or the center of the cut line before you make your mark. So now I'm going to be folding it into two like this, and I'll be marking 1 inch in from the upper corner, as you can see, and then I'll be going in by 2 inches. So from that 2 inches I went in, I'm just going to connect from that point through to that line down. So I'm going to be measuring 2 inches down to indicate where I'll be cutting from. So mark that line to the 2 inches we just made down and then cut it off. So this is what we have. This is what we'll be using for the back, and I've cut on the violin and then my lining fabric as well. So the violin will be used to reinforce or to make it hard. So at this point I just ironed the violin on top of the fashion fabric, and I'll be putting the lining on top of it. So after putting the lining on top, I'll just pin it down, take it to the machine, and then stitch on top of it at the end of the fabric. The ends of the fabric, as you can see, I'm done stitching. So just fold it on top like we did earlier, and then mark again. So mark on both sides. We did it earlier, but it was on the fashion fabric. So after joining it to the lining, we have to repeat the steps so we can take the around measurement from that part to the other part. So as you can see, whatever measurements you get, you're going to cut out a strap, a bigger one like this, and then you're going to use it later on. So I'm done cutting the strap on the fashion fabric and the lining fabric as well, and then the violin, and then I've ironed it on top of the fashion fabric. So at this point I'm placing the zipper on the fashion fabric, and then the lining will be on top. Note the zip is facing down. So after pinning it, I'll just take it to the machine and then stitch. So after stitching, this is how it looks like, and we are going to repeat the same step on the other side of the zipper. So the fashion fabric down, the zipper on top, right side facing each other, and then the lining on top of it before stitching. So after stitching both sides, this is what I have, and I'll be joining it to the bag. So the sizes are the same as the place we will be joining the strap to. Now cut out another fabric of length. The length is actually your choice, but this is 22.5 inches, and then the width is about 3 inches. 2.5 inches. The size and length depends on you. Just fold ½ inch in, as you can see, and stitch on top of both sides of it. So as you can see, I'm done stitching both sides, and it's looking clean and then nice. So I just cut out 2 pieces. So I'll be joining the strap to that point. As you can see, before cutting the strap, measure that point before cutting it out, so you know how big your strap will be. The band will be for the center of the bag. If it is bigger than that part, that means you have to trim some off. So at this point, I just marked ½ inch in on both sides, and I'll be placing the handle of the bag on it, the 2 straps we just made. So from the ½ inch, just put it on that line, as you can see, and then place this also on top of it. So as you can see, before cutting out, measure that part before cutting out those 2 parts. So you can cut it out and then add 1 inch to it, since you'll be stitching 1 inch when fixing the zipper. So assuming the size is 5 inch, just add 1 inch to it, making 6 inches, and then cut out before dividing it into 2, then fix your zipper. So this is what I have, and I'll be trimming the excess fabric from it. So trim every excess fabric from it before joining it to the other part. So after trimming it off, I'm going to be using this bias tape to finish the raw ends of that part. So after measuring, I'm just going to cut out, and that folded part of the bias tape will be opened, and then I'll stitch on that line. Stitch exactly on that line, and then after stitching, just fold it on as you can see me doing, and then top stitch as well. So we are doing that for both sides, and at this point, fold these 2 parts into 2 as you can see, and then make a notch at the center. Repeat the same step on the other side as well. So after folding it into 2, I'm done with the notch already, so I'm just indicating it, and that part, fold it into 2 as well, and then make a notch. So connect the 2 notches together as you can see, and then begin to pin to the end of it. So I'm pinning both sides before pinning the other parts of the bag. So as you can see, I'm taking my time and I'm doing it slowly in order for me not to make mistakes. So do it slowly and gently so that everything will fall in place. So after pinning both sides, this is what I have, and I took it to the machine and then stitched ½ inch. So after stitching your ½ inch, just go ahead and then trim the excess fabric before adding your bias. So the same step we took while fixing the first bias, we'll be using the same steps, and this is how the bag looks like. So at this point, I'm done with the bag, and I'm going to be turning it out so you see how it looks like. So this is the end result of the bag. Don't forget to like, comment, and share my videos, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. See you another time. Bye.